came up off of slinging Mary Jane, slinging Mary Jane, slinging Mary Jane. We came up off of slinging Mary Jane, slinging Mary Jane, slinging Mary Jane. Hey, GRE came into my district. Take off your shoes when you enter my whip. But she bad, but she bad, but she bad to the bone. I get much satisfaction, count cash and I'm gone. Niggas accident prone, always fall off. I ain't fanning no bro, made her take her clothes off. Just a trill young nigga, business since it scrolled out. I ain't fucking with no labels, we know how to hold out.
Phone steady buzzing, that's the clientele. Thumbing through the door, shipping lows, moving by.
Black man, black fan, black woman. Welcome to Black Dad Code, where everything we do before family, but nothing before family. America, America, America. Once again, it's your favorite guy from Major High, Kelly Major.
I'm Kevin Bailey.
Charles Williams.
Today, America, we're going to talk about a little sensitive subject, and it has to do with one parent, the parent who has custody, dealing with the other parent who doesn't have custody, or if they both have custody, how dealing with the other parent and visitation and things like that go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so,
Go ahead.
I'm gonna put something out there, and I want to know how people feel about it.
Hey, first of all, Kelly got a lot of shit on his mind that he need to get off his chest. So this is gonna probably be his show again. No, Kelly, go ahead and tell us what's on your mind, brother.
No, I was telling brothers, I sort of understand now why some women don't let the child's father see the child.
And why is that?
If he has hurt her really bad in leaving,
Right.
then every time she sees him, it reminds her of that hurt.
So when you say really bad, give us some situations on how bad it's gonna be. I mean, how bad was it?
For different people, it's different, but really, when you betray someone, when you break their heart, when you break their loyalty, when they break their trust, when you use them, whatever it is, because you know how we do sometimes as dudes. Right. Sometimes we play with them for their money, but sometimes we cheat on them, sometimes.
Did you play her for her money?
No. I'm not in that situation, but I'm saying you asked what would be some things.
in the beginning. Because you was fresh out of prison,
This is what's funny about the situation. You right, I met her fresh out of prison, but I had more than her when I met her.
Okay, all right.
Which should have been a red flag.
Yeah.
No, for real.
Yeah.
Because if I'm just coming home from prison, I got more than you. Been out here all these damn years. What the hell you been doing?
Yeah, exactly.
I know why I'm in this particular situation, but why you in it?
Yeah, why you in it?
But I didn't think about that because I was just like on some, I'm trying to improve my life and climb up. She's trying to improve her life and climb up. So who am I to judge where we came from?
You were smitten, as they say?
He wasn't judging. He fresh out. He was being non-biased.
Actually, no, to be honest, I was judging from a criteria I had never judged from before, and I was brand new on it. I really felt like me turning my life over to Islam was what got me 2 life sentences off. And it tells us as a Muslim, you don't receive half the blessings you're going to get in life intended for you until you get married. Because you can only get half the blessings through marriage.
Wow.
Right? And it told us how to conduct a woman to get a wife. And I came home wanting a wife and a family. So I was trying to judge from the Quran aspect, but had never lived it in the free world. You know what I'm saying? So I was very naive to what I was doing. But that's what I was trying to do.
But was she Muslim?
No.
So doesn't the Quran say marry a Muslim?
No, it actually says marry any believing women from any of the races they're believing. Any religions, you're good. It actually is not as exclusive as people think it is. Right. But, so anyway, that's why that happened. But anyway, back onto another subject though. What I was saying is, when she see this dude, she's reminded of that pain or whatever. And even though as time it eases up, it's still that And normally if someone would betray you in such a manner or dog you out or hurt you in such a manner, you ain't gonna never go around him again. You ain't never nothing to do with him again, so you don't have to worry about him. And if you do see him somewhere out, you be like, oh, there you go, that punk motherfucker over there. Yeah, there you go. You keep moving.
Yeah, you keep moving.
But you don't never have to deal with that. But when you have a child by the person who did you that way, that never goes away.
Yeah.
You now have to deal with really your worst enemy.
Wow. So is that saying that she has no love for the child? That's what kind of
No,
boggles
see,
me
that's
about
the-
those situations. Because if you love the kid, you gotta have love for the father. You have to.
So you say
You
that
know,
in theory that
Yeah,
sounds
in theory
good.
it sounds
In
good.
theory, like I said, we talk about that, and it takes a level of maturity to be like that.
Yeah.
But in hindsight, people don't think like
Nah, in reality, it ain't
Yeah,
true.
it ain't-
I'm
it
straight
ain't-
to tell
just
you.
keep
I
it
love my
100.
daughter and I
Yeah.
have no love for her mother.
Yeah.
Zero. Straight enemy. Straight enemy of the state.
Wow. That's deep to me.
And I have absolutely no love for her.
To me.
Straight enemy of the state. And I can tell you why. Sent me to jail. Tried to send me again. Lied. Made up charges. Treated my child bad because she said she reminded me of her. Kicked her out. Let her spouse abuse her.
Wow, for real?
Yeah. That is,
Wow.
yeah.
So
And
you didn't get deep into that.
so,
Like
right.
physically?
No.
Or mentally?
Mentally, yes. Mentally, right? To the point where my child hasn't been around her outside of counseling in over a year and a half for her safety and conditions. So somebody who do you certain ways, no, I can't stand her. But this is the difference between men and women. When it happens to the woman, she let her emotions and all how she feel what I'm feeling cloud her judgment, and she keeps the child away from the father because she doesn't want to deal with her pain, which causes more pain on her child. The difference in me is I know that if she can have a relationship with her mother, that's the best thing possible. So I take to all the counts. I'm doing everything possible in my way to make that happen.
Right.
And I suck up all the pain, but I still feel it every time
Okay.
I have to talk to this individual about our child. Because just the fact her talking to me like, I don't even want to ever hear your voice again.
So is it any place, in your religion, in the Quran, that says to forgive and forget?
Oh yeah, this sure is. And I'm not
turn the
strong
other
there.
cheek. Okay.
No. See, I don't believe in turning the other cheek,
Okay.
as the Christians do.
I'm just asking.
Let me tell you, because we do turn the other cheek. You know why? This is what in Christianity y'all believe turn the cheek
Do it,
means.
y'all.
Most
I'm an
Christians.
atheist.
Oh, okay. Well, most Christians believe turn the other cheek means if somebody do something to you, turn the other cheek and walk away. But in the Quran, we believe turn the other cheek. We believe I agree she made a peace and blessings of Allah be upon you. And then if you transgress against me, I turn the cheek and transgress back.
All right.
That's me turning the other cheek because I always come in peace and love.
Right.
So that's me turning the other cheek. Because you coming at me. I have the right to defend you at the same level you coming at me. I just don't do more and I
So
don't be the
9 for an
starter.
eye. Yeah, pretty
But I have the right. And
9
eye
for
for
an
an eye. I have that right.
It does
To
say that.
forgive is better, but I
That's
have
in the
that right.
Bible and the Quran somewhere, doesn't it?
Well, the Bible, yeah. The
I know the Bible that does. I heard.
It's
I
more
don't think
time.
What's
I've
that?
seen it. That eye for an eye.
Well,
Yes,
the
yes.
Bible's more
Or do
time.
unto others that you would have them do unto
Do
you.
it, yeah.
I mean, treat people how you want to be treated. Yeah. So going on with that, so it's no middle ground with that, or no?
We pass middle ground.
Oh, okay.
And that's the thing what people don't understand. You can get past middle ground with a person. I tried, you don't know how many times, to stop it. And the only reason why it has slowed down to the point that it is because I have restraining orders and things in place to prevent her from coming around me and doing things, and she still struggles with that.
Because she's native, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And not to sugarcoat anything, but she was diagnosed. She's bipolar,
Yeah.
right?
Most-
So
most
she
native
right. She
bipolar.
has. I looked up a thing. 80%.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes,
Yeah.
80%. I think it has something to do with that Trail of the Tears
Yeah.
and what they all witnessed. Well, no,
No, for
because
real. That's
mental
true.
illness is passed down through genes.
Yeah, exactly.
And so the suffering because the women were tortured and the men were killed, but the women were left to live
Yeah.
to produce and all of that. So it did something to them.
Yeah. That bipolar gene runs deep through that native community.
It's just
All
Yeah, I mean, like I said too, it's tough. Like I said too, I don't know. I've heard him because, like I said too, I actually know Kelly's ex-wife, and like I said too, it's just to see how things transpired, and you know, I give it to him too because, like I said too, in certain instances, I don't know if most people would have been able to just turn the other cheek.
Right.
But I mean, he's definitely been able to do it, and I see, like I said, the benefit, like I said too, because he does have a daughter, and you know, she looks up and she hangs on each word. So I mean, in that instance, when he says something, she has to take it for that because it is what it is. But I mean, like I said too, in any other instance, I don't know, because it's been a lot of stuff. But like I said too, man, it's not nothing that's easy. I mean, it's definitely damn sure nothing that's easy because. Like he said too, in this moment like this, you get caught up in emotions and stuff like that. And it's painful bringing that stuff up, and it's painful for anybody. It's painful for anybody.
It's painful.
It's painful.
Yeah, you know, this is the thing, and this is to anybody when you're going through a hard situation, man. First, you turn to those who you know love you the most and care about you. Because even though they may tell you something you don't want to hear, they ain't gonna tell you nothing wrong. So I turn to my mama and my older cousin first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, boom. Someone who know you.
Right.
Yeah. They know, you know, me and the damn fool is related. We seconds away from reacting with each other.
Right.
So the first thing my mom said was, you got to go away. You got to put distance between you and her so your emotions can't make you react and do something.
Oh, yeah. So you won't be close to the situation.
You know what I'm saying? Because by the time you drive 22 hours, you don't calm down.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the first thing I did was.
Unless you the Florida Air, unless you that lady from the Air Force or wherever, or who wore the diaper and all that and got to the.
Oh yeah, and drove all the way from Texas to Florida.
Yeah.
Unless you her.
Right. But for most people.
Right, she got there like what? 8 hours.
8 hours. She was pissing and shitting on herself, all that.
Yeah.
She made it there.
Right.
Yeah.
You know. So like I said, so the first thing you do is you get distance. And then the second reason why you do that is whenever you caught up in anything, you can't see what's going on because you caught up in the swirl. But if you step out from it and you looking at it from the outside in, you can see everything going on.
Yeah.
So, you know, I didn't know who to trust. I didn't know who to what, who was this, who was plotting. Because once I realized a whole plan and plot had been put in place for years. So there had to be other people for years, yes. So there was other people in place with this. And so I didn't know who was in place at first.
So how long did y'all stay married?
We were married 13 years.
Oh, yeah, so yeah.
And 4 years,
Yeah.
for 4 years,
planned
it was,
plot.
it was a plan and
So
plot.
the ninth year it started
Right,
falling apart.
right.
Was there any happiness in the beginning?
Yes.
Did y'all actually love each other?
Yes, I actually think I know the trigger of what really
trigger?
took place,
What
but I
you
could
think
be
triggered?
wrong. Is she had that weight loss surgery where they cut your stomach.
And she thought she got cute.
And no, what really happened was, I think they say if you have mental illness and you do that, you should seek psychiatrists and stuff like that. You shouldn't do it because it enhances it. And so she was bipolar, but it didn't really get bad until after she had that surgery. It was like a switch before the surgery, and everybody, you know, it's funny because other people pointed this out to me who knew us as friends that I didn't even catch. They was like, before the surgery, she was always happy, laughy, jolly, one of the happiest person in the room.
Right.
Happy to meet. Y'all know how happy I am. She was actually happy to me. Think about it. Yeah. She was the happy, and then after the surgery, she was the grouchy person. She was the headhunter. She was known at her job for her store was either you was getting fired or you was getting promoted because she had the most firings in the district. And she did this in a matter of 3 years. Before that, she was a happy person.
Was she Walgreens or something?
Yes, Walgreens. Right. But what I'm saying is, after that surgery, the mental, the mood swings were extreme. And then
so was she a heavier woman? Is that why she got the...
She wasn't. She had a mirror, and she went from 180 to 300.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it wouldn't come off. Huh?
Yeah. And so then
she had the surgery.
She had the surgery, and after the surgery, that bipolar enhanced to the next level. It was already there, but the swings were way less frequent and less severe.
So do you think after y'all had the child, that's when it started? I mean, going left, or after the pregnancy, or after
I really noticed after the surgery.
after the surgery?
You know,
And what year was that?
Yeah.
What year was
the surgery was, I think, 2014 or 15.
2014? Yeah. Okay.
So how long? Like a year or two after the pregnancy, after she had?
No.
So I think
no.
Amira was when she had that surgery. Amira what?
It was like 9
or
or
something. Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So so it did kind of eat her up inside.
But you know
having
what?
weight.
The depression started before the surgery because the depression started. So that's a part of
With the weight.
bipolar with the weight. Right. So so it did start before that.
You was getting the questions. Do I look fat in these jeans?
I was getting all kind of questions. But what I'm getting at is the mental conditions and being untreated led her to do things that we just can't be cool no more.
Yeah.
Because I was the subject of all of that.
Yeah. There's no coming back from.
There's no coming
So
back
she
from.
done things as it's no coming back.
There's no coming back from. The nicest, politest, most humane thing I do is I just don't talk to you.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
But I make sure my daughter's at every counseling. When she did have her rights and when she get them back, she'll be dropped off every time. I reach out to the rest of the family, make sure she get to see them, do things with them.
Right.
I suck it up. That's the point. What I'm making is I suck it up because I know there's nothing more important than my child's well-being right now.
And you know what? And I'll put it to you like this: like in that case right there, like I agree with you, man, because it's almost kind of like I refer to my mom. So my mom never complained about anything with my father. Never said anything bad. Never said nothing bad about him. Just kind of sucked it up, worked with multiple jobs. Never said anything. And like I said too, you know, it's cool. Not it's cool, but it's better for a kid to accumulate an opinion about a parent or a parent's struggle, not by somebody telling them, but by that kid actually like figuring it out and finding it out.
Right.
Like it's not good for you to hear that kid to be like, oh, your mom was just dogging, or you saying all this stuff about her, and then it kind of, I don't know, it kind of like, how can I put it? It's better when the kid figures out on their own.
Yeah.
And just
Oh,
kind of,
why
instead of you
it's
just,
like,
because I mean,
you always bad mouth.
because at the end of the day, they're gonna turn on you
Yeah,
and they're gonna be
they
like,
gonna
hey,
do
well,
that.
you just
you
saying
don't
that
bad
because you don't
mouth.
like,
But see,
you just don't like.
Well, no, what my situation was crazy again. What happened was at first I didn't want my daughter to be involved. I didn't want her to know anything. Kids shouldn't know anything, so I wasn't saying anything.
Yeah.
But her mother was constantly bad talking me and dumping lies. It wasn't because it was like made up stuff.
Right.
So then it got to where, okay, I got to show you this is not true. So here I'm gonna show you that this is not true.
But that
So-
backfired though. So,
But
like,
so like I said, I didn't like talk like your mother's, bad. Say your mother lied about this. Here's the paperwork. This is what happened here. You lied about this. This is what happened here. This way. So I showed the facts to show that what you think your dad did, your dad didn't do. This is what actually happened, and you've been told a lie about the story. Once she realized that that was a lie, she seen the evidence. And she decided on her own when she went to her mom's house to go to her mom's phone. I didn't tell her to do that, ask her to do that, none of the stuff. She decided to. Plus, she had things she had been holding from me because her mom told me if your dad knows these things, he'll kill me. She's had her in bed with other men, all kind of stuff.
Wow.
So when she went back through her phone and she found everything out for herself, and then her mom seen that she went through her phone, instead of her mom being like, okay, my bad, boom, 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 her mom got mad at her for going through her phone and took it out on her.
Now you don't want to touch on in the bed with the other guys thing, because that was, That's gonna boost up my ratings.
Nah, she took my daughter on a
We probably need to
vacation.
talk about that.
Yeah, she took my daughter to Florida to see another man, and they all three were in the bed.
So
and
when she was younger. Though.
yeah, when she was younger, she was about 8 years old. Yeah, and my daughter was sideways in my ex's stomach. And I used to always rub the side of her belly. I didn't know I was rubbing her feet.
Right.
And when she came out, she always had a thing with her feet. If I rub her feet, and she always would put her feet up under me all her life.
Right.
So she was telling me, she said, Dad, y'all put my feet in his back because I'm so used to put my feet on your back. And he thought I was kicking him out the bed, so he got on the floor and slept on the floor the rest of the night.
Oh wow.
This is how I did find out about the story.
Wow.
But those things, let me just clear this up. Those aren't the reasons why we can't speak. The cheating and all of that, that's small. That's life. That's what people do. You move on. You get along. Okay, whatever.
So, but did you ever cheat on her?
Actually,
or did
no.
you cheat first?
No, and that's
'Cause
probably
most of the time
you
we
know
cheat first.
what's so bad about it
I'm
is,
serious, we do.
and you know what? If anybody else would have had that claim against me, maybe it was my turn, my karma to finally
Right,
come
exactly.
back. You know.
So honestly, you say you didn't, because it's off the record.
No, I'm 100. I kept it
Yeah, that's
100.
real. And that's why it hurt you so much.
Right.
Because you kept it 100.
Because I kept it 100.
I could have had all this extra pussy that I did.
Not just that. I mean, just being truthful. I was in the prime of my second life. School, top salesman.
Yeah.
All kind of things going
You was
on.
living the family life. You want to be,
Because that's what was important to me.
you want to live happily ever after.
That's what was important to me. And I realized that's really, to me, that's my success.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me. Family life was my success.
Right.
The street life, because I don't care about me in the street life. The same way anybody who's in the street life, you don't care about yourself when you're in the street life. Because if you care about yourself, you can't be in the street life. Because I don't care what you do to me, nigga, you got to do it. I'm coming.
Right.
But when you got a family, it ain't that way. Because you care about them. And they need you. So you can't do certain things or act a certain way, or they're going to be without you and they're going to be hurting. So I'm better at doing for others sometimes than I am for myself. Just keep it 100.
Yeah.
I've gotten better with that as being married and learning I'm at a place now where I am doing for myself. And doing for myself is my family. But no, for me, doing for my family grounded me. It was what I needed to keep me from going back to my other life.
Yeah. The mother words, yeah. Understood. Yeah. So is it time for us to lighten the load or talk about something else? Are you good with or do you need to dig deeper into this?
Oh, I'm good on it. I really
good
brought
on
that
it.
up for because there's a little bit more. Okay, so now I brought that for a reason for the women who don't let their child see their father for these very reasons. You got to stop that.
Yeah, you gotta stop it. That's why, most of the time, because during the younger years, some of our baby mamas use the kids as pawns and stuff like that. I'm like, all it's gonna do is hurt them in the long run.
Right.
But then once they get older, they realize,
And
bitch.
right. And
Well, see, like I told you, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You just like,
in the long run.
And I get it, ladies. I understand it hurts. Every time you deal with that person, you're reminded of it. But one of the things, and this is a black dad code thing for me, one of the black dad code things for me as a parent, whether you're a dad or a mother, is you sacrifice whatever you have to sacrifice for your child's best being.
For the child's best interest.
Best interest.
You suck it up.
You suck it up.
You gotta suck it up. You gotta suck it up. But now we need to probably touch on this banking system too, because I know we got money in the bank, and everybody do, from the producers, the producer's wife, you do, because the banking system. Today is March 13th, 2023, and last night the banking system almost failed.
you gonna run and take your money
In
out?
America. I'm not going to even speak on where I keep my money. It's not none of these fucking banks. I might leave a little bit in there because I'm not easily trusted, especially with banks. With all the fraud and.
So what exactly happened to the? Because I really wasn't up on
it.
it.
The bank, well, I guess it's the Silicon Valley Bank, where all the startups and all the tech guys go, with millions and millions of dollars and stuff. And I guess it was some kind of corruption going on in the bank, and the feds had to come in and close the bank down. And I heard another bank in New York had to be shut down too. I don't know if they was tied, but I do understand that Congress had a secret meeting last night, like at midnight, where everybody went on Zoom. They had a Zoom meeting, and said that that bank, the owners of the bank and the management will be held accountable, but the people who had their money in there was going to be backed by the by the government, because we no longer have the gold standard where it's backed by Fort Knox, like they used to tell us, like, a whole lot of gold over here. This money is, But and they said that even the FDIC, they kind of insured money up to $250,000, but a lot of these people was multimillionaires. So,
and you know what kind of surprised me? Because usually multi-millionaires, they usually diversify their money.
Right.
And I mean, so.
But I think it was some.
They probably got so much
Bitcoin
money
going on
got
too.
You.
All this, and somebody probably ran off with all.
Got you.
Ran off to the Caymans with all the money.
Got you.
So.
Hey.
There's a lot to be said for investing and making money that way, because that's what rich people do.
Yeah.
But then there's also a lot to be said, America, for the old-fashioned way of working and having multiple different streams of income that's guaranteed coming in from maybe having real estate written out, have a business you run, have, so the majority of money isn't dependent on what the stock market do.
Right.
Like I said, I know people get rich from that and all, but there's got to be both sides of the coin explored.
Yeah.
Just the thing is, I see now everybody want to get rich off investing online. Somebody else investing your money for you, because you ain't got to do nothing, but you gonna get rich.
Yeah.
You got to do something to get rich, man.
You can't do the luck of the draw, huh?
They said it just ain't gonna fall on you one day and be like,
or invest into a cool startup like some people thought they probably was doing and lost everything.
And that's the risk with investing in things and all of that. Don't get me wrong, investing is good. People get rich from it. It's how things are moved.
Yeah.
But while you're investing, don't let that be your only bread and butter. You got to have some brick and mortar money coming.
Yeah. Don't put all your what do they call eggs in one basket? Is that the saying or whatever? Yeah.
I don't know what y'all think. That's just my opinion. What y'all think?
No, I mean, I kind of can agree with that. I mean, with this whole investing deal in the stock market, it is very volatile at times. I mean, there's been crashes. It rebounds because I got friends that are financial advisors, and they always show you the chart where it drops, the market drops, but then it raises back up. So there shows sustainability in it. I would just say with the stuff that you are investing in is have some type of knowledge about it. So you're
do
not
your homework.
do your homework so you're not just as stupid on it and then something happens and you don't know anything about it. Yeah. So it's always good to know.
Do you think there was some signs that something was going on in this bank before last night?
I think so, because they said it was the second worst crash, bank disaster in American history. So they knew. And then you see how the Bank of Americas and Wells Fargo.
There's been a lot of
it's been a lot of people not being able to get to their money and having problems with, doing different transactions and stuff like that. Somebody might go out, I want to get my $200,000 up out of here. Yeah. Oh, you got to come back in a week. Yeah. That's saying to me like, hey, fuck y'all to deal with my money.
But I was telling Charles about this. I mean, sometimes I go to my bank and I want to take out a few thousand. It's like, well, hold up, we ain't got that much in the bank right now. And I've had that happen a few times. Yeah. I mean, and this is before that. So like I've heard that, and it does come like, well, we think you ain't got that much money. I can just pull it out. But it happens. So yeah.
And at that same branch, I think my brother he does that branch too. And we bought a vehicle and on some cash, and they was questioning why you got this much X amount of money in your bank account, and so forth and so on. But they used to say after 10 grand, the feds was gonna come and holler at you anyway if they put that, anything over that.
Well, I know they monitor what you take out and what you put in after a certain amount, and that somebody always tell me make sure like increments are put in under either so many hundreds or whatever. But yeah, if you put in a big lump sum, like it's watched. So there's a way to police certain things, but like you said, too, man, there's with everything with this banking deal. It definitely makes you wanna. Yeah, it definitely makes you
closely because you're keeping your money somewhere,
And people don't use. I mean, that's just keeping it 100. People don't use cash. Like, I mean, everybody's cash apping and
cash
apping and doing the stuff that's convenient. So it's like something like.
It's all kind of it's not liquid, but it's all.
I mean, but it's all up in the interweb. Yeah. So, but the only thing that we'll say that scares me about that is just because, like you said too, people are so smart now, and when everything is up in the cloud and the internet and stuff like that, everything is being breached and everything. I mean, you got people that pretty much spend their life to try to decode or do all this stuff like that.
There's
so
people
like
out there.
There's
scammers
out
there
I mean, people got a lifetime. People are professional scammers now. So
they're professional scammers.
I mean, that's the one thing that it does kind of make it a little leery because I mean, you got people that's their profession in life is to scam people out of money, and they're doing a damn good job of that. So, I mean, it's a lot of things to kind of be leery.
I told you this a while back. Part of the reason why I got into being a grower, and part of my future plan is, if I'm still living when this happens, if not, I hope my kids can do that, grandkids, whatever. But I believe eventually it's gonna be trading and bartering, right? So I'm like, okay, if I got a big old warehouse and I'm growing flour, I can shut down half of that and grow vegetables. So I got vegetables, I got marijuana. I got something you gonna trade me for.
Yeah. I got food.
I got food and drink.
Right. But my visual plan, what I'm going for though is I want my own facility on my own land. I want cattle. I want land on the water so I can fish. And I can grow vegetables and I grow marijuana. And I'm also gonna breed dogs because you come around there, we're gonna eat you up.
Yeah, that's real.
But what I'm saying is, yes, I invest and I have money in 401ks and other things too. But those are like, if everything work out and play out and that's there at the end, great, I'm happy. But where I keep something coming where I know some concrete money coming in monthly.
Right. Yeah, that's understandable.
What do y'all feel about that?
Yeah, I agree. Because if it go back, we got to learn how to eat. We got to learn how to survive in case it all fall apart. If I got a couple of ponds out there, I know how to fish.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Right. Exactly.
I know how to dig up some worms and throw a hook in the water. Pull me something out to eat to survive. You just never know. Strain it or whatever.
And I'm saying that for a reason. I'm just looking at everything going so techie, man. This is a part of Black Dad Code too. I think we still have to teach these things to our kids. And so they can teach. We got to know these things, man.
I'm coming to the realization that college is out. College is out. Go get you a trade. Go learn how to be a plumber, electrician. I think so because all these kids is coming out of college with $80,000 to $100,000 loans that they can't pay off,
here's the deal,
and then they can't even use their fucking education.
So I agree with you, Trust. Here's one thing.
I know what you go to school for.
I agree. So I agree with you. I agree with you on the point. So a lot of kids. So this is what they tell you: go to school, get your degree, you'll be fine. Especially us. They say go to school, get your degree, you'll come out, you'll be fine. They don't tell you, hey, go to school, you come out to be a teacher, you come out making $35,000, and you owe $60,000.
Right. See, that's the thing. You can go to college and just get a liberal arts degree, right? And you don't pay them money. Liberal arts, what the hell is that? But it's basic social studies, English. So it's nothing you can use.
No.
Like for example, my daughter want to be a surgeon, so college is in the plans.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you know, because she want to be a surgeon, right?
Yeah.
You know, you want to be a lawyer, college in the plans.
Exactly.
Me, I wanted to be an entrepreneur. So I ain't gonna lie, college
That's
benefited.
not
College
even-
benefited me.
benefit
Yeah,
you.
that's what I went to college for. And I learned how to do my accounting and my financing and how to do a business plan and how to do training and how to do things that I use in my company now. So I actually work in my degree. But if you don't get a degree that you gonna work in, you just get a degree to get a degree because you can say I went to college, that's the mistake.
Yeah, that's the mistake.
Now, even if, like I said, so here's the deal. So even if, like, because I got a business degree too, even if there's something that you didn't go into, that business degree is good because in all sides of, I mean, in all avenues, you're gonna do some type of business.
Right, right.
So I do think, like I said, with the degrees, people really need to, not to say too, like, because it's gonna happen. People, you're gonna go for a degree and you don't do anything with it, or you're not in that field. That happens.
Right.
But I think when you're going and you're there for multiple years, or if you're going to a college because you're in love with that college, or I'm gonna just say I want to go to OU and I wanted to go to OU all my life. Well, I go to
That's where I'm
OU
going.
and I enjoy the college experience. Well, you paying for that experience.
Right.
So you love OU, you better love it from the TV, because if you didn't go for law or something like that that's gonna pay for that OU bill, you're gonna be hurting.
Yeah,
I mean, you're gonna pay for that experience. So that's the one thing people don't understand is like you're paying for that experience. So you better make damn sure that you're going to something that's gonna help you pay for that. So and a lot of people don't do it smart. A lot of kids don't go to the community colleges for the 2 years until they go to the main colleges.
Yeah,
they go to they jump right into a 4
Right.
year.
Pay all that big money
Pay
for
all
them
that
same
big-
classes you get
So-
less. Right. I
So
just
the
step
deal
by
is the
step.
college deal. So like I said, I look at it as a deal too, because not everybody's built for college.
Right.
But the people who go to college, are you doing it right? Are you in the right lane? Are you set up for success? Are you going to come out? Because like I said too, college is a business too.
It is.
Also,
Big
let me
business.
tell you, college is also good for making the right connections.
No, the network
Because
connection.
I went to college with certain people that we developed friendships with, and now they're doctors and attorneys and things, and
Yeah.
you
that
know,
can lean back on. And
right,
do-
right, and we got these relationships we built from college.
Right. No, I'm not saying
networking
it's
and
not,
stuff.
but I'm just saying it's part.
No, I get
especially
no.
in our community,
So what you're saying,
especially
man?
in
It
our
depends on what you're going
Yeah,
for.
it's
Like
the-
if you're going to be a engineer,
Yeah.
college
There
is
you
for
go.
you.
So-
Science, anything computer tech. Now, it depends on how good you are at computer tech, whether you need college or not, because you can go to tech trade classes and be just as
Yeah, a lot of
good
these kids learn
with that.
that,
But
yeah.
you do have to get some kind of secondary education.
Right.
But this is a part of, Chuck, what I was talking about in the Black Dad Code thing with Kenyatta was we have to be active with our kids and know and have them
Which
try
avenue,
things to
exactly.
know what avenue to shift them
Yeah,
through
exactly.
to.
Instead of just not shipping them off the coast.
Right, right,
That's the
right.
American way.
Right,
That's
exactly.
what you're saying.
Just walking like the sheep.
Yeah, exactly.
And the thing is too, and like you said too, as far as knowing what skills, if your kids get with his hands, there's plumbers out here making 6 figures.
Exactly.
It's welders out here. I mean, so like
Going
you
to
get
jail,
you get your own company. You gotta. I mean, you make
And you don't have no boss or nothing,
and,
right?
and so that's the deal too. People don't fully understand the trade. So
Don't force the kid into
I'm
doing
all
something that he's
I'm all
not.
with you as far as like everybody's not built for
It's
college,
not
and that's
built for
fine.
it. Yeah.
Just make sure you get your trade because there's a hell of
Yeah,
a lot of
sure.
trades out here
If,
people making
I ain't
money.
gonna lie, if I could go back right now at 18
Yeah.
and what I would do if I did a job, I'd be a trucker.
Yeah.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, I jumped to the dope gate. I was driving cross country anyway.
Still can be a trucker.
Right. No, I don't want at this stage in my life. At this age, no. But at 18,
'Cause I did
19, like from like 18 to like 30,
Yeah.
you could grind
You can grind.
driving
And make bread.
and be done.
And make bread.
Right,
Have your
exactly.
own company, truck.
Right, right. And then you get workers and all of that, and you
Yeah.
do
But it
Gucci
ain't all
bag.
that it's chopped up to be. That road is a beast.
Yeah, it is.
Because I did it for a couple of years.
It is. The only reason why I said that
Road
is
is
I said
beast.
because I was a road runner.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
I was a road
That's
runner
why I thought
anyway.
and that's was one of the things when I stopped selling dope. I was like, well, I'm gonna be a trucker, so I can see I can see the U.S. You know what I'm saying, and probably some of Canada. And that's what my whole, you know what I'm saying. And I got to see from California to New York all the way. And there's some pretty fucked up people out there and rude, especially them New Yorkers. They some of the rudest motherfuckers in the world, boy.
Shout out to all my truckers.
Yeah, for real. I'm talking about as far as when you go to their docks and all that shit, they gonna make your ass wait all day. They gonna make you wait all day.
I'm
in Buffalo and all with snow up to here and like, come on. But it ain't all that. People think it's all about driving, and it's not. Cause that road is a beast.
See, that's good.
That road is a beast, boy. All the conditions and Chicago full of snow.
Yeah.
Minnesota full of snow.
Yeah.
Seattle rains all goddamn day. You ride through Seattle for 8 hours. I'm talking about hard rain.
I don't know how people even live in Seattle. They say it rains every day.
I drove to that bitch one day for like 6 hours, man.
Said rain,
that shit was depressing as fuck. That's all it did. It rained. Hard rain. Like cats and dogs. Like, what this shit gonna let up? This shit ain't letting up. I'm like,
I got another question for y'all. What do you guys feel about the vote for recreational marijuana being turned down?
It failed. In Oklahoma. And then they got slaughtered because people didn't go out and vote. People didn't go out and vote. And like they said, one of my vendors today told me, man, he was surprised on how many dispensaries and growers didn't want it to pass. That was on the opposition on saying no.
Because they look at that to see.
Because I guess they was looking at the bottom line.
I'm gonna check this out.
We had this discussion.
We had a discussion, me and him, and I asked her. I said, "What do you think about this?" And all because I'm not gonna say who, but I got a message from somebody up there.
Yeah.
Tell everybody to vote no. They said yes. It means more taxes. But it will destroy the mom and pop businesses.
That's what I thought. I thought about that too. So I was on the fence on it.
But then he looked at
I was on the fence.
Right. And this is where I made my decision. Because I'm like you.
Yeah.
And this is what I told Kevin. I said, I totally agree that this can destroy the mom and pop businesses. So I'm not upset if it don't pass. Because I can't vote. I'm ex-con, so I can't vote.
Vote?
No, I can't vote.
You still on paper?
Yeah, I can't vote.
Oh, okay. I was like,
So, I can't vote, bro.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you still on paper?
Yeah, I can't vote.
Okay.
So, I wasn't upset that it didn't pass. I said, but there's no way if I could have voted, I would have voted yes. And I wanted to pass for this one reason. I will never let the opportunity for me to make money take over what I think is right. And I think it's wrong as hell not to let people smoke weed or have access to this because it's been portrayed as something that's not for so long, or to make it where people who's in jail can no longer be affected by that, be released, them charges drop. Those are the things that are on the bill. I cannot go against that for me to make money.
Yeah, because there's a lot of still people sitting in jail.
Right, sitting in jail behind this, right? Yeah. So there's no way, but from a business standpoint, I think it benefited me.
You think it would have benefited?
I think it benefited me that it said no.
That it said no.
Yes.
That's what a lot of the growers was, telling me on. And the reason why I was on the fence, because I know we would have got that rush, that gold rush again for probably a year. But big business probably would have came and which still gonna come.
So here's the deal. At some point, it's gonna get approved. Yeah. It's gonna get. I think it's just has to. It's gonna get approved though. It's like it's too.
They said they didn't really have the municipal stuff under wraps. Really.
So I do feel like I said too with some of that stuff too. They just kind of iron out some details and stuff.
Yeah, iron out some details.
But essentially, like I said, it's gonna pass. But like what Kelly was saying too, like man, at the end of the day, like. And we looked at that too. It could have been something too. We got wiped out. But at the end of the day, it's like, is it right for people to be sitting in bars or something that is legal right now?
Yeah, it's legal.
Is that that's not that kind of goes against.
This is the thing, and this is part of why I like doing business with y'all, and also part of with this show. Mm-hmm. You got a store, I got to grow. You got a store, I gotta grow. You got a store, I gotta grow. We fuck with each other. We ain't getting wiped out.
Yeah.
Because if we stay tight, we ain't getting wiped out.
Right.
So that's why I wasn't worried about going legal, because I know if I keep growing, I got somebody who will keep pushing it to the people. They're going to keep smoking my shit.
Yeah.
Because I know what to put out. I know what people going to smoke. I know that. So I'm going to find a way to make it. And the reason why I feel that way, man, is because when I jumped in the dope game in the 80s, the whole United States was doing it. Everybody in the United States didn't get to the level I got.
Right. Yeah.
They didn't climb to it like I did. They didn't do it like I did it.
Yeah.
They didn't, you know what I'm saying? So if I did it already once, why can't I do it again?
And that's why I think a lot of especially the growers were scared, because they was like, because it's gonna make the price go down, you know, because it's gonna be so much out there. Because Oklahoma has been supplying the country.
Right.
With this shit.
Right. Oh, I already knew this.
What they say.
No, really.
Oklahoma been, a lot of people, you know, they said the feds is coming in saying
real talk.
California and
Oklahoma shortstopped the whole West Coast.
Shortstop everywhere.
They shortstopped them.
Yeah.
And what people didn't anticipate us. This is just the word on the streets.
Word on
the streets.
Here's our man on the streets.
The word is, Cali didn't think our weed would get to their quality as fast as it did.
But that's the crazy thing. There's so much technology now. You don't need
it. Don't matter.
You don't need. Here's the deal. You don't need tenure. And then here's the deal too. There's YouTube. Everybody's putting YouTube videos. Everybody's talking about how to grow.
The know-how.
Everybody's giving all the trade
Like,
secrets.
if you can't fix shit, man,
I mean, so that's,
or do anything,
that's,
you're a dummy.
I mean,
because YouTube gonna tell you how to do anything to fucking.
Everybody.
How do I change the light on my?
Also, what they slept on is Oklahoma's a farmer state.
And what? And then another thing is that Oklahoma has always been a big weed grower.
Right.
That's why it's green country.
Right. It was just
It always has been
Right.
a big
It's always
weed
been.
place for Reggie.
Right.
All they used to find, the sheriffs used to find, go back there, you know, in the middle of my land
That's
or
what
whatever.
he was telling
Man,
me.
you can, it's probably 1,000 fucking plants, you know, that they'll find just out of nowhere that somebody is growing. That's how it was in Oklahoma.
Right.
Oklahoma was a big place for just to find.
It's been a big
wild
player
weed,
of
big
weed.
grown.
So
It's been a big
now,
player.
instead of you driving from North Carolina to California,
Right.
you only got to come to
Yeah,
Oklahoma.
you only have to go 6, 7.
16.
Yeah, 16.
16.
Okay.
Yeah, I make it all the
You
time.
ain't gotta go.
Go see my family.
Yeah, you go see family.
Yeah, my family's in North Carolina. That's why I said that.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a 16-hour drive.
Yeah, exactly.
And to go to California, that'd be another 20-something onto that, you know? So you can wake up at 4 in the morning and be there at 9 at night, same day.
Yeah, and the technology, like you said, Kev, the technology is so wide now that, you know, in YouTube, how can I grow 10 pounds of weed? Hey, step 1.
No,
They gonna give you-
real talk,
they gonna give you step
people
by
talk
step.
about how to train the plants and
Yeah.
do it. I
They
mean,
gonna
so
give you
it's
step
just
by
all
step.
kind of.
But again, this is where Cali slept on Oklahoma.
Yeah, they did.
And let me tell you what else we got. Now, up north California and all of that, they got land and stuff,
Yeah.
but they got mostly population growing inside. We got grows here, man.
Yeah.
I done seen some grows, boy.
That's off the fucking.
That's off the
Richter scale.
freaking Richter.
That's off the Richter scale.
Yeah. So
No, I've had cousins come from California saying, "Y'all weed better than ours."
yeah.
And when no bullshit. No bullshit.
Like
I
us-
didn't have people.
yeah.
I didn't have family members come. My last family reunion was in June or whatever.
Yeah.
My auntie them, who's been an avid weed smoker. That's how I caught a case going to California to get weed to bring it because it was so far. But she got here and was like, "No, y'all shit better than ours, Charles." Like, what the fuck? She was like, "Yeah, y'all got some shit that's better than ours." And it just depends on some of these growers, like, showing their ass with these different strains and stuff like that. They are. There's some good ass weed out here. It is.
You know, I done took personal my GG4, have people come from other places,
Yeah.
and they say my GG4 is up there with everybody's.
It was the shit. It was the shit. Now that Gucci fruit,
Yeah.
that shit was,
Yeah.
They hadn't heard of that.
Right.
Then when you used to do the other one,
The King's Cake.
King's Cake.
Cake.
Yeah. That shit was wild shit.
Right.
You know, stuff like that. But it's, I mean, it like I said, when it didn't pass, like I was telling my brothers, we still got to keep it pushing forward.
Yeah.
You know, man, because he was really upset. He really wanted it to go because he went to California, bought all these little trinkets and, you know, pipes to do this and do that. And that just would have drove more people in and they could have seen all this stuff. And it kind of burst this bubble. But I'm like,
It's
it
coming
didn't
when the
matter,
time
you
is
know.
right.
It didn't
When the
matter.
time
We
is right.
still got to keep pushing forward. But like you said, big business probably would have came and tried to chew us up, though, which they going to come.
They gonna come.
Because they said Philip Morris, Quick Trip, and
Right.
all them trying to get into the game.
Oh, you gotta
I
realize,
heard
Marlboro already owned the warehouse
Yeah,
in Canada.
exactly. That's
Yeah,
what I heard.
so check it out. But how we compete against that? Exotics.
Yeah.
And always doing that because big corporations gonna do certain.
mass.
Right, they're gonna try to mass.
produce. Like shooting the cows and the chicken.
Right, and they
How
are,
can we get this shit out here
and you know,
fast?
one thing about the weed culture is people always want something new and something different.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm trying to do with Major High. I'm trying to establish us as an exotic brand. We always got different, new.
Yeah.
Because I got some new stuff coming for you.
Because they don't always want
Yes.
to smoke the same way.
Right, I got some UFO and some space dust
Oh
coming.
yeah, bring it on.
Yes, some UFO and some space dust coming. Tell them.
Pop
So-
test it and see what it do.
Yes, but what I'm meaning is for the grower who can do that, who can learn. You gotta have your own strains, your own crosses, your own mixes, and you gotta consistently make this a part of your grow.
Right.
For when big guy come along, you got something he ain't got.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. Because they going to get burnt out on it real quick, just like them $2 hot dogs at Quick Trip.
Right,
Get burnt out on it.
Right,
They
right.
good, but you going to like, oh, I'm sick of these.
right,
Tired of
right.
damn chicken sticks.
You know they gonna
2 for
always
$1.99.
they gonna always, you know, it's gonna be a thing. But for a true entrepreneur, a true hustler, you're gonna always find a way to move your stuff. And so that's what I focused on at Major High is learning how to really grow these different strains and max them out and produce these fire and develop me a portfolio that's mine.
Yeah, and I just closed the deal yesterday on the 3rd location. We doing partnership with Greenwood,
Okay.
Greenwood Wellness, you know, right there on
Okay.
31st and Harvard, across
Nice.
from Village Inn, right next to Albert G's.
That's
Okay.
a
So
cool
it's
area.
gonna,
That's
Greenwood
cool
Wellness,
spot.
that name sounds familiar
Yeah.
with me. Ain't they up the street
It's
from
one-
y'all?
It's another chick.
Oh, okay.
It's another chick who has it. And we used to buy a little stuff from her, but you know, it wasn't as good and her prices was, you know, extreme. So we're like, oh, we can't. But we closed the deal with them last night, so we're gonna by the summer we should have the 3rd one, you know.
I love it, man. Yeah.
And people think it take a lot of places. It really don't. I know. If I don't have trouble selling out.
Right, not at all.
I don't
Not
have
if it's
trouble selling
good.
out. Right. I don't
If
have
it's
trouble selling
good.
out.
I mean, he brought that up because I remember we initially started. He was like, "Well, man, Kev, if you really think about it, he's like, if everybody's buying regularly,
Yeah.
we don't need but
Yeah.
a few spots." And
Yeah, but a few spots.
Right.
And it's just a go. You run through it. People
Right.
run through it. You
If
know
it's-
what I'm
if
saying?
it's
You
quality.
get rid of 16, 20 pounds like it ain't, you know.
And they
Like
get to
that.
knowing you, and they know when they start looking for that MH.
They start looking for
Yeah.
it. They start looking for it.
They start looking for
You
consistency.
ain't got no more of that GG4. They running there out every day. GG4. We can sell it like that's gonna be one consistent strand that always
Right.
goes.
That's what I just told him. I was like, we about to go next batch. We about to
You know, yeah.
come back with it. But
never know.
I mixed the GG4 with something. That's
That's
gonna
the
be
UFO?
that's the UFO. Yeah, that's the UFO. It's GG4 mixed
Yeah.
with something. So I'm curious to see how it's gonna do. I'm
What does
hoping-
it mix with?
a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Get up your seat. Say, you know, hey, your grandmother would never tell you our special recipe. That's like the little Geico do. What I hit a little cinnamon in there. That's my mama's recipe. That's my grandma's recipe. Little Geico do. Like I ain't telling you about the fucking recipe, man. It's
But I
my
did.
mama.
Only reason why I did that was because And I've heard from some other people like you didn't need to do that, but I feel like I have ran GG4 so many times. Let me just do something different, a little twist off of it.
Never go wrong.
But yeah,
You can never go wrong.
but I'm coming back with it.
You never can go wrong.
Right, never go wrong with it.
That shit gonna sell itself.
It
If
really
you go
do.
through anything else, like this GG4. All right, give me that. They gonna that shit sells itself.
Trying to build up a little anticipation, man, just to kind of.
Right.
Yeah, just to let you know it's gonna go. You better have a lot of it. So you know, or the UFO if it's that
UFO,
good.
yeah, the UFOs. Like I said, I haven't smoked yet. I'm about to go back. I got to finish harvesting. It's the biggest harvest yet.
Yeah, yeah.
So I couldn't. I took off all my containers. I got to get more containers.
And well, I mean, before we close, because I know we getting, we winding it down. We need to speak on the Ja Morant situation too. The youngster.
What do you
from
feel
Memphis.
about it?
I think his daddy. His pops. He's not your best. Y'all not buddies, man. You that boy's son. He got all this money now. Y'all need to control that.
Yeah.
Unless y'all gonna lose out.
Do you feel like he just misguided him, or just didn't step in? When
Just
he
didn't
needed?
step in because it's his money. He got all the money, so he's doing whatever. Now all these videos is coming out of nowhere. Him at the strip club blowing 50 racks.
But here's the deal on that one. So this is what I don't like about the media. So I get it, the whole deal about having a gun on the premises. They got rules and regulations with the NBA and stuff like that, and I get that.
Right.
And that comes with a part of it. But that man going to the strip club.
Yeah, that
I
ain't
mean, so at
nobody.
the end of the day, like
that
I get it,
ain't-
like
that's nobody business.
That ain't nobody.
And that's what I'm
that
saying.
Ain't nobody.
And that shit-
So that's just the media like getting
Trying
on
to
something.
Tear down your character.
Yeah, so I mean,
Tear your character
and
down.
so at
That's
that
what
point
they
too,
doing.
like I get it, like he done some dumb shit. Which is
Now
fine.
he done-
He-
because now it's coming out.
So he done some dumb shit.
Because
But I
somebody
mean,
was I guess Adam Silver was covering that shit up because now all kind of videos popping
but
up.
I mean, but here's the deal. This is what I say too, like. So yeah, he had done some dumb shit, and I get it, like so.
Because he a kid.
But
still.
he a kid, and he got money. He got paid, and he just, I mean, but now it's like, let's just pile it on now. So that's why I don't. So that's why I feel like that's some bullshit.
That's the cancel
That's why I feel like
culture
that's
trying to
that
step
cancel
in because they're trying to cancel.
So that's
well,
why I
he's
feel
been
like,
suspended indefinitely.
Because like I
and he
said-
was becoming he's the young face of the NBA. And somebody
I heard that Powerade pulled out. And yeah, he had a. I forgot how many millions that Powerade deal was.
Oh, for real? They pulled out?
Yeah.
Because Nike was kind of holding, like, we stand with him now, because it was just a gun. And people was online talking, you better say that was a lighter.
Yeah.
Because it was a little Trey or something.
Yeah.
You better say that was a lighter or something.
I mean, like I said, man, I look at it, like I said, I just look at it as him not making smart decisions. But all this other shit that's coming out, I do kind of feel like that's a cancel culture. And, like, at that point, I'm like, come on, man. Like, everybody fuck up and make decisions.
Yeah.
Bad. I mean,
And then his dad.
and I
it's his dad.
ain't saying like he shouldn't go with that.
What do you mean by it's his dad?
It's his dad out there with him partying, doing,
So his dad is finally living the life he wanted to
Well,
live
so, I mean,
because
so-
he got the money.
But here's the deal, though.
and-
But I mean, they family was always like, it's not like they was.
bro.
I mean, yeah, like there was a married. I mean, there was a. So there was a married family with two. So they not like the dad didn't ever have. She was like they was actual family. Like he went to private school, so it's not like they just came from the slums. So I mean,
They was working class people.
I think it's just the fact that what Chuck is saying, like his dad didn't guide him in some of those decisions and say, hey, maybe you should not do this. And but as far as like I said too. I think, like I said, he's done some shit that was not the smartest, but like I said too, it ain't nothing that ain't nobody else done done. They just with cameras and all that shit like that. Now they really trying to pile it on and like so. Like I said too, do I agree and say, hey, like everything you did was right? No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that man shouldn't be just dragged through. I mean, don't. I mean. He ain't got to get drugged like that. Like,
Now they got him on the video.
Yeah, they trying. Yeah, like I said, the last one they
Pops
had him
with him being drunk.
They had him. They got pictures of him at the strip club, and I'm like, yeah, that ain't everybody's deal. But then,
like they digging it all up.
I'm like, what NBA player ain't been to the strip club? Like, he ain't the only NBA player that's been to the strip club and dropped some bands. I mean, they may have dropped 50 bands, but they done dropped some bands.
And then when he got into it with Shannon, his dad and them in the crowd, and then off the floor with the it was kind of, it looked like it was coming.
As being said, yeah, we gotta guide each other because, like I said, this our first fuck up is, you know what's gonna happen. So
Gonna blow it out of proportion.
yeah. So lesson to the wise.
Yeah.
We gotta guide each other because, like I said too, when we make mistakes, it's magnified times 10. So yeah.
You know, something I wish somebody would start is an organization, and you could probably make really good money doing this. But an organization have a team, educated people, to counsel these athletes when they come from college to professional leagues.
They do. They got that. They got that. They got
They
that for the NFL. Yeah, they
said etiquette.
Yeah, they
No, not etiquette.
No, they
stuff,
said
I'm just
but
saying,
how to
they have
do.
a-
Yeah.
Because when
It's
you
a
come
black-
from never having money to having money,
That's
that's
the Black Players League
No.
that Chris Paul and LeBron them was presidents of, and they
So
try
they-
to mentor these cats.
They
and let them
do
know.
have programs like that,
Yeah.
and they do try to give them
Yeah.
structure. But at the end of the day, it's like it's just information. If they don't do anything with
Yeah,
that
when you get your
information,
free
it's-
time, you go do what the fuck you want to do, and some of them show.
So I
you
mean,
how
they
to
do.
run,
They
run,
definitely,
run, run,
like
run.
you said too. Like they do that. It's just from the information you choose what you gonna do.
oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, in
And
the
so
long
with
run.
that,
And you just know he an alpha. You know what I'm saying? He a dog. So something had to come out of it. Something had to come out.
it's just like I said too, man. We gotta be wise. Like I said too, it's like I said when you come and you get money like that, it's different. But like I
Yeah,
said,
it's
too,
definitely somebody down trying to tear him down now. Yeah,
So that's why I
because he
said
was
too.
the
That's
young
why
face of the league.
I'm not with all that because, like I said too, that I mean he didn't make the smartest decision, but I'm like, damn, the dude, like, y'all just gonna airmail him. So
Do y'all think maybe what it is too, when you're the face of the league, you have to carry yourself how the NBA would want
In a different manner.
their face presented.
Yeah.
And like
I
if
mean,
you look at the stars,
there's two
like,
different criteria.
especially in the NBA. If you look
But you
at
in the club with a
stars,
gun. You the face of the. Motherfucker, let somebody else hold them guns, and you give directions.
right?
You don't have. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You be the boss that you are. You don't get out there and
That's
be
what
the,
I was saying
Yeah.
because when you look at, you didn't see Jordan do things like that, Magic
No.
do things like that. You didn't see LeBron, you didn't see Kobe,
No.
you didn't see D Wade. You know, like responsibility comes
Yeah,
with-
you do it. Yeah.
certain positions and titles and accolades in
But
life
they be looking to tear you down.
because they're going to.
Yeah, they be looking.
If
Cause
you-
Kobe got the little
You go what they're
the
going
rape
to,
case
right?
or whatever.
Right,
You know, Jordan with the gambling thing.
right.
You know, Magic with the AIDS thing. And
Right.
always fucking so many.
So I mean,
women.
like you said too. I mean, for each athlete, it's gonna
They
be,
gonna try to.
they gonna
just-
try to.
Cause
I mean, they gonna try to. I mean, like you said.
LeBron is the stay-at-home
Yeah.
kid. He, they ain't found. I bet they digging too.
I mean, they
dig.
trying, boy.
Yeah.
They trying.
Steph Curry too, you
he's
know.
too- yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying. You
Yeah.
see now how you got to play.
First thing they can find is his, you know, his dad and was playing on his mom and got a divorce. But he, you know, some of them know what they, you know, up against, and don't want that, you know, they don't want that smoke because it'd be a lot of smoke when it's all said and done.
You know, it's funny, cause everybody want to be on top. Everybody want to be rich. Everybody want to be the head dog. But so much come with that. It ain't for everybody. You really more happier than being maybe one of them lower positions. Have a happier life. Just real talk. You know that the top position ain't for everybody because you got everybody shooting at you when you on top.
I want that smoke.
You know, I do to a certain degree. Don't get me wrong. I used to. Now, when I was
Not
younger,
that,
I wanted all the smoke.
Yeah.
But like even now, I don't want certain positions that I used to want because I know what come with that,
Right.
and I love the peace and the simpleness of my family right now,
Right.
and I don't want that disturbed. And if I got to a certain level, that's disturbed.
That's the start. Yeah.
You know.
All right. Well,
Well,
I think we need to touch on how much more time we got.
We
So
probably need to
are
go
we
ahead and
almost
get
wrapping
close.
it up?
Yeah,
Because we can touch on one more subject. The slap heard around the world. The Will Smith, Chris Rock, because Chris Rock finally talked about it in the stand up.
What'd he say?
He went in. He went in. He got a special on Netflix right now.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
Oh, it's off the chain.
All right, we'll talk about it next time.
Yeah,
Let me
it's
check
off
it
the
out.
chain. Yeah.
Black man, black fan, black woman. Thank you for watching Black Dad Call, where everything we do before family, but nothing before family. But I guess we'll talk about Chris Rock next time.
Oh, yeah.
We came up off of slinging Mary Jane, slinging Mary Jane, slinging Mary Jane. We came up off of slinging Mary Jane, slinging Mary Jane, slinging Mary Jane. Hey, GRE can't minimize this bitch. Take off your shoes when you enter my whip. But she bad, but she bad, but she bad to the bone. I get much satisfaction, count cash and I'm gone. Niggas accident prone, horse fall off. I ain't fanning no bro, made her take her clothes off. Just a trill young nigga, business since I scrolled out. I ain't fucking with no labels, we know how to hold out.
Phone said he buzzing, that's the clientele. Thumbing through the door, shipping lows.